Alright, so I planed both ends, both sides of these. As we can probably see here, it's perfectly flat. I like it. So we're good throughout the whole board. What I need to do now is that the ends have a lot of glue. You can probably see it right there. And also, like I said, these ends are really badly cut. See how there's this blade gouge here? That was actually for one pass with my old chop saw. So I went to Black Friday and got a new one. It's off screen right here, but you'll see it soon. It's a Ryobi. So let me clean this up and we'll get going. Alright, I got a new light too, so my face might be washed out now. I'd rather it be washed out and you guys can see the workpiece than me not have it be able to watch the workpiece. Also, you'll probably hear me and my wife singing in the background for Christmas setup. So that's it for that. I'm going to actually put away the planer, which is right behind me, and then set up this beautiful Ryobi compound miter saw so I can take the ends off of this. But first of all, what I'm going to do is run the joiner on either side to make them nice and flush. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so I started sanding this a little bit just to get the corners knocked off and see where I got some holes or nicks and stuff. I put a nick in here, so I'll probably have to sand that down, but that'll be something that I'll have throughout using this any which way. But the cool thing is that, so that's the nasty side right there, right? See, uneven side, but with my new saw, look how clean I got that. Super nice and clean. So now what I'm going to do is cut this to size. And then, actually I'm going to trim the other one up first and then cut them both down to size, get them equally, exactly the same. I'll probably end up butting them together and cutting through all four, or two now, sheets. Alright, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So I have an issue here, and thought I would have it, is that the two pieces aren't squared to each other. So I'm trying to think, how can I fix this so I can have at least one face of this that is perfectly square to the other, and then that they're the same height. Well, I'll have to make the boards the same exact. And Alex Steele from his channel, and then also from a CNC channel, I saw this trick where you put blue tape on the two work surfaces you want to work on, and you super glue them together, then work on them, and then you pull them apart. I think that's a fabulous idea. I'm going to do that to line these up so I can square off the ends, and then that way I can then join the ends too, so they would be exactly the same, the boards would be exactly the same width as they are long. So they're already the same thickness, so let's try that, right? So I'm going to go get some super glue. I'll be right back. Alright, here's the plan. Blue tape, both sides. Super glue them together. Cut them, join them. I think that's going to work. Or join them, cut them. We'll figure that out in a second. I'm gonna go for 2 because trying to line up the center one and not accidentally super gluing them would be kind of hard. So what I'm gonna do is pull this one up and put the next strip much closer. Fit up looks good, let's try it. Alright, so look, all stuck together. So I'm going to try. I'm going to measure out the total length and try to cut it on the chop saw, and then I feel this is totally uneven, so I'm going to pass it through the joiner again. This end's a little off, but I'd rather have it slightly off and not have to ruin this side again, okay? So let's get going on that. I'm going to cut it one more time, because I want it to be square with this side here. Alright, this glue trick's working out really good. I don't know if it's square to the ends. Let's see. Not really, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm worried about these sides being level with each other on either side when they close. So now let's measure it off. I think we're barely going to have enough to meet this. I really cut this close. I really cut this really close. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Well, this way they get cut down to the exact same size. So, yeah. Literally one of the boards is right on the line, so I'm probably gonna have to cut this down to not the 1/8 that they wanted, but we'll see where we end up. All right. Let me move the camera. Let me show you guys what I mean. See how there's one that's too short, so I'm gonna have to go down to whatever it is. Which is 24 inches in the 16th. It's going to be a little smaller than I really wanted it to be, but oh well. So that's about 24 inches there. So that's where we're going to go. And there we go. Alright. So this worked out really good, the tape and the super glue. So what I'm going to do now is sand up the two ends a little bit and then start laying out white blue tape on one side. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these because they need to be mirror images of each other, and when I split it, they're going to be mirror images of each other. But there's an exception to that rule. So there's some holes that will have to be straight through, and then some that have to be countersunk. So what I'm planning to do there is the countersunk ones I'm going to do individually, but that doesn't make any sense, does it? I got to think about this, because the countersunk ones really don't matter. We'll figure this out as I go. Like I said, I'm always learning. I laid out all the holes. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to just bore through all of them. These two small holes will be smaller. These will be all the same. So I'm going to take care of that now. I'm going to actually set it up on the mill press over there and do it over there. So it's nice and straight. See how long that takes me. So I've changed the angle here. The mill's behind you. The camera was over here earlier, just so you guys know orientation wise. So I have this piece of spare board that I was using, and I drew a line on here and 2 dots. What I'm planning to do is simulate the same holes that this has. It looks like this is metric, actually, not imperial. So what I want to do is try to drill some holes out in basically inches and see how sloppy this fits in there. If this attaches just fine, then I'll do it on the base piece here. I also use the super glue technique to actually attach the old board onto here so I can actually get the holes for the rails into the right spot, because it is a little shy here on either side. So yep, let's see what this does. So there we go. So the idea is that we got the pattern there. Let me get the part. So then this part sits in here like this, where this one goes in the bigger hole and this goes in there. And are we fully aligned? And we are not, actually. That hole is not. But let's see how badly it is misaligned. Pretty bad. That's why I did the super glue method. So I'm pretty happy with this, actually. So I'm going to actually do this through the 2 pieces and then go from there. What I'm planning to do for the next one is that I really need to use this tool, but this one is the one that fits through the pre-made hole. So I plan to do this and just tap a hole so I get the little centered piece to actually be, oh come on, focus on my hand. So the center piece here can actually be my guide. So let me do that real fast. Perfect, both of them. Let me take it back to the workbench and show you guys up close.